The Kansas City Chiefs' first preseason game was just the beginning of this new revamped offense that we are seeing with Mahomes. I was at the game as well, so a lot of the footage in this video is what I got from the game during warm-ups and during the game. The Chiefs this offseason and all training camp have been preparing themselves for a much better offensive season compared to last season, where we all know they led the league in drops. This year is going to be much different as the receiving core is so much stronger and the defense stayed young and kept some of the core guys. It's unfortunate that this game opened up with a play that resulted in a shoulder dislocation for Hollywood Brown. It was the very first play of the game and the first ever time we were able to see the Mahomes and Hollywood connection live and in-game. He didn't need surgery, but he will be out 4 to 6 weeks, meaning he will be missing the season opener against his former team, the Ravens. Brown is a crucial addition to the Chiefs offense, joining on a 1-year deal this offseason to lead the wide receiver group. The Chiefs have consistently praised Brown throughout offseason workouts, mini camps, and training camp, and he's quickly built solid chemistry with Mahomes. Last season with the Arizona Cardinals, Brown recorded 51 catches for 574 yards and 4 touchdowns. It's very unfortunate that he got hurt, especially in preseason and the very first play of the game, but this is going to mean some of the other guys are going to have to step up. We also learned this week that Rashee Rice is most likely not going to be suspended this season. Well, in the beginning of it at least. The legal process is set to begin in December, so it will be some time before we hear of any suspension news. But with Hollywood out, this is great news for Kansas City. They're now going to have to rely on guys like Rashee to make big plays early on in the season. Last season, Rashee had one of the best rookie receiving seasons, nearly breaking 1,000 receiving yards, but Mahomes wasn't targeting him early in the season. We saw the connection grow a ton in the latter half of the season. Hopefully we get a full season of the Rashee and Mahomes connection. This will also mean guys like Justin Ross are going to have to step up. Jay Ross had a solid preseason debut this year, and I still haven't given up on him. He showcases his potential every time he gets the opportunity to. We also have to remember that before he suffered his injuries in college, he was a projected top 10 pick in the draft. The potential and skill set is still there. He just has to tap back into it, and he should have the shot to be able to in week 1. Xavier Worthy has had a great training camp, and we quickly learned that he isn't just speed. He's a really good route runner. He uses his speed to his advantage to get open downfield. He has been absolutely cooking the Chiefs defense all training camp. Worthy played in 4 of the 6 possible snaps with the Chiefs starters. Kansas City opened the game with Rashee Rice, Hollywood Brown, and Xavier Worthy on the field. Like I mentioned, Brown caught the first pass that resulted in the dislocation in his shoulder. This will potentially give Worthy even more opportunities with the starters this season. It was somewhat surprising to see both deep threats in the starting lineup. It's unfortunate that the injury happened, and I wish we were able to see more from Xavier and Hollywood Brown. It sucks that he got hurt. I would rather the Chiefs not take any chances, especially now, and potentially risk Xavier getting hurt. Worthy is going to have plenty of action when week 1 rolls around, so getting him prepared for kickoff is ideal. The Chiefs switched to their backups for the second drive, but Worthy played the first snap in 12 personnel before his day ended. The fact that he exited the game alongside other starters indicates the Chiefs already see him as one of their more important players. McCole Hardman and Justin Ross didn't join the game until the second drive, while Justin Watson and Kadarius Toney didn't play at all. Considering that Rice was gradually integrated last season and more remained a backup throughout his rookie year, it's a pleasant surprise to see Worthy already solidified as 3rd on the depth chart. Last season, Rice played well into the 3rd quarter of the Chiefs' first preseason game, and Moore played the entire first half 2 years ago. Worthy could even move up to 2nd on the depth chart now with Brown's injury. Some fantasy analysts have been higher on Worthy this season due to Andy Reid's track record with rookie receivers and receiver rotation, but it looks like Worthy might exceed expectations. Rookie safety Jaden Hicks was one of the standout performers on Saturday night. The day 3 draft pick made an impressive NFL debut with 3 tackles, including 1 for a loss. He also delivered a fantastic special teams tackle. Hicks' playmaking ability might force the team to find ways to keep him on the field. Carson Steele also made a strong impression on Saturday, showcasing his relentless drive for extra yards. The undrafted free agent was tough to bring down, breaking off a 20-yard run and adding a 4th down touchdown. Steele's hard-nosed style brings a new dynamic to the Chiefs' backfield that they haven't seen in some time, complementing Isaiah Pacheco. Steele's first professional carry was impressive, impressive as he broke 2 tackles on his way to a 20-yard gain. He capped off that drive with a 4th-and-1 touchdown run. Midway through the second quarter, he became the 4th running back to see action, ultimately leading the team in both rushing attempts and yards, while also recording the team's only touchdown of the night. Following Monday's training camp practice, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid emphasized Steele's versatility, reminding everyone that he can be effective in multiple roles. Since arriving in Kansas City, second-round rookie Kingsley Sumatai has held the starting left tackle position. Early in off-season workouts, second-year tackle Wanya Morris shared some reps with him, but Morris soon settled in with the second team. Kingsley started against the Jaguars and performed well during his only drive, particularly excelling in pass protection, a skill he was known for in college. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm still not going to count Justin Ross out, and this is a perfect example why. This 23-yard reception by Ross in the preseason opener was a great example on why you can never count him out. Things weren't looking as promising for Justin Ross as they did last preseason until he made the spectacular catch. When you're a wide receiver with the size, strength, hands, tracking ability, and courage to make a grab like that, you're always going to stay in the competitive mix. Last year, Ross generated so much excitement during the preseason, both in practice and games, that the Chiefs opted to carry 7 wide receivers on the active roster just to include him. That was the most since Andy Reid arrived in 2013. Unfortunately, that excitement only translated into 6 catches on 11 targets over 10 games last season. Given Ross's suspension last year and his extensive injury history, many fans had given up on him after a season that failed to deliver. The addition of Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy, along with the retention of other receivers, including the re-signing of Mecole Hardman, made it seem like Ross's time with the Chiefs might be coming to an end. However, while nothing is certain, the reality is that the Chiefs are always on the lookout for playmakers. If Ross can stay healthy this preseason and showcase those abilities in the regular season, he might be worth another look, perhaps even more so than others. At the very least, Ross made a strong impression in the first preseason game, forcing the Chiefs to keep him in consideration until the final roster decisions at the end of the month. Ross has consistently shown in camp and in preseason that he has the skills to be a playmaker for this offense. In the regular season, he needs to utilize his skill sets and make big plays when needed. This upcoming season, it will be interesting to watch and see what Andy Reid does with Justin Ross, because he still has a ton of potential that he wants to show in this offense led by Mahomes. The Chiefs did upgrade their receiving core a ton compared to what it was last season, but that doesn't mean they should just stop trying with Justin Ross. He has potential to make big plays. Some would even say he deserves more reps over Kadarius Toney, who I also still haven't given up on and am expecting better from this season. The Chiefs revamped their offense and overall made this entire roster better. It's very unfortunate what happened with Hollywood Brown, but hopefully the other receivers on this team will continue to step up. If you made it this far and you haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe and you turn on notifications on so you never miss a Chiefs video or any video at all. Comment down below what you're looking forward to most for next season. Leave a like as well. I greatly do appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.